Let's dive deeper into the definition and its relation with sex step by step. Let's answer this important question. What is Brahmacharya? Brahmacharya means conducting oneself in alignment with the pursuit of Brahman. The word is derived from two Sanskrit terms, Brahman, referring to the ultimate reality or truth, and Chari, meaning conduct or follows. A Brahmachari, the practitioner of Brahmacharya, is one who, through self-discipline and spiritual understanding, gradually loses interest in desires. You must pay close attention to the fact that this detachment comes from a deep awareness of the consequences that arise from pursuing worldly desires. Instead of actively suppressing or controlling desires, a Brahmachari naturally transcends them due to their focus on spiritual growth. This wisdom leads to a state where desires no longer hold the same appeal, allowing the individual to remain centered on their spiritual path. This detachment happens effortlessly as their spiritual understanding deepens. You can't force yourself into becoming a Brahmachari by suppressing desires. It's a path of inner growth, where desires fade as one's consciousness evolves. Let's talk about the biggest misconception, Brahmacharya and sexual abstinence. The statement a Brahmachari is someone who renounces sex and doesn't even think about it is a narrow and misguided definition. One of the biggest misunderstandings is that Brahmacharya is solely about refraining from sex. Yes, sexual desire is a part of it, but Brahmacharya is about mastering all desires, not just sexual ones. In reality, it works the other way around. A true Brahmachari naturally loses interest in worldly desires, including sex, as they focus on the deeper purpose of life and self-realization. Sex is often highlighted because it is one of the strongest desires humans experience. It's hardwired into us for survival and reproduction. Psychologically, sexual desire triggers the release of dopamine, making it a powerful force. This is why sexual control is often associated with Brahmacharya, not because sex is bad, but because it is such a dominant desire. While sexual desire is strong, Brahmacharya addresses all desires. For example, let's look at the desire for wealth or status. You may work hard to earn money and achieve success, but soon you find yourself trapped in the need to maintain it. You become a servant to your material desires. The same thing happens with sexual desire. When you get married out of attraction, you may find that your life becomes more about meeting expectations and dealing with the demands of a family. This can pull you away from the path of spiritual growth and self-realization. So Brahmacharya is not just about sex, it is about all desires. Most speakers and spiritual gurus only want to focus on sex while talking about Brahmacharya because the topic on sex has always been the easiest way to grab the attention of the audience. A Brahmachari is someone who consciously strives to liberate themselves from the attachments that bind them to the material world. This doesn't imply that they are devoid of desires, rather, they possess a heightened awareness of the consequences those desires bring. By carefully observing the people and material world around them, they recognize how desires can entrap and distract from their spiritual goals. A Brahmachari makes mindful decisions rooted in their higher purpose, ensuring that their actions align with the pursuit of self-realization and inner peace, rather than being swayed by fleeting pleasures. Now let's clarify a statement, diverting semen energy for spiritual growth. One of the most foolish arguments is that saving sexual energy leads to spiritual growth. Some fake gurus claim that abstaining from sex and saving virya, semen, will eventually grant you spiritual powers. This is nonsense. The body has natural processes, and ejaculation will happen, whether you like it or not. So where's all that energy you were planning to save? In your underpants, isn't it? Don't fall for such idiotic reasons. Spiritual growth isn't about repressing biology, it's about mastering desires by understanding their consequences. True Brahmacharya is about transcending desires, not forcing them. As mentioned before, a Brahmachari naturally loses interest in sex and worldly pleasures as they evolve spiritually, not the other way around. Let's quickly recapture the learnings from the video. Brahmacharya is not just about abstinence from sex, it's about mastering all desires and focusing on your spiritual growth. The reason sexual abstinence is so often emphasized is because sex is a powerful desire, but Brahmacharya applies to every form of desire. For those who claim that saving sexual energy will lead to spiritual growth, this is a half-truth and misleading statement. True spiritual growth comes from understanding desires, not repressing them. Brahmacharya is a path of freedom, self-awareness, and spiritual mastery. It's about choosing the path of truth over the distractions of the material world. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helps you see Brahmacharya in a new light, one that's deeper and more meaningful than the narrow misconceptions often associated with it.